Alright guys, welcome to Tomb of Tihocan. This is the last level in Greece, and actually this level was originally going to come right after Palace Midas, so if you look up, if you remember her sliding down and falling, originally, that was where she fell from the Palace Midas, and they skipped straight to Tomb of Tihocan and forgot Cistern. But they decided they wanted to add in a new level, because I guess they thought that would be a great additional feature. Alright, so we're going to swim through this channel. Now, you might notice you can look up, and you're going to see a switch, but you can only pull that switch if you're on land, so we can't mess with that right now, but what we can do is come down here to this switch that you can pull underwater. Once Laura pulls the switch, she can then turn around, come back up, and you want to pay attention to your air gauge because it doesn't drain super fast, but don't forget about it. So then come up here, you're going to pull this switch. That switch is going to open up a door over here. So I might recommend getting out your guns, because there is a croc, and it's best you not let him get a chomp off on you. And you also don't want to let the croc block your path. Alright, so now there's this block. It is not a movable block, so don't even bother trying to move it, but it is something to take note of. Later, the water's going to rise, and after the water rises, it's going to push this block up, and it's actually going to give you access to what's under it. If you can look through the wall in a glitch, you might notice there's a small med pack behind there. So, come up here, jump here, and actually you can just jump over here. Come this way. Climb up to this ledge. I might recommend saving your game around this point. So when I jump to this next ledge, there is a dart trap. So what I'm going to do is come up in the corner. So there's two darts. You might notice they cross right in the center of the platform. There's one set of darts coming from that wall, there's another coming from that wall. So basically, avoid them at pretty much all costs. So just wait till they cross, and then run and jump over here. Then come up into this little cubby hole. Pull the switch. That switch is going to fill the room with water. So what you might notice now is when you drop into the pool, that block has now lifted up, and then you can come over here and you can get that small med pack. Alright, so now, if you guys know about the movable block, or the block that moves by water, you can then come up here and it gives you access to a new corridor. Come up here, and then there's a new hole you fall through which is full of water. So, there's nothing that way, but you can then come down here, and you're going to find another underwater lever that you can pull. Then you can swim up this way. And the current is going to send you through here pretty rapidly. But the current is going to take you into this new room, and honestly, the current is your best friend here, because that would be a very long swim to do under the water. So come up here and take care of the rat before he gets to you. And then move this block. And then you can come up here. And come up this ledge. Now, there's actually two different doorways you'll see. One is your main route, and the other one leads you to a secret. This first one leads you to a secret, and you will see Pierre, so I might not get too I might not get too trapped by him, so I'm actually going to pull out the magnums. Probably going to come for me as soon as I come up. And there is a clang door down below. Okay, that should be enough to make him retreat. Okay. Basically just time this right. It's best you go right after the second clang. So, what's great is after you leave those 3 tiles by the clang doors, basically they stop making the noise. And before you go down there, you might want to try to kill this croc if you can. Oh look, he's right there. It's not moving. Where is he? Alright, so then you're going to come into this room and you're going to find some valuables. Like shotgun shells, magnum clips. Alright, don't forget these. Alright, so there's also something else we wanted. This is a door that leads to the secret, and you can try to look through the wall if you can glitch. Seems like in the old version of the game I could do that. Okay, so if you look at the floor, there's a couple of different tiles that look different from the others, like they've got more silver on them. This is one distinguished tile. So then come onto this next discolored tile, and then come on this third one, and it's going to open up the door. So just look for the distinguished tiles, and they'll open up this up. There's 3 of them. So we get credit for the secret in here, but what we need to do now is backflip, jump, 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 and then we're going to be able to climb up here and grab the large med pack and the shotgun shells. Alright, so beware the clang door. Alright, so we don't want to fall from that. Alright, I believe we can do just a standing jump and we'll land safely there. Alright, we want to come over here, and the reason why is because we want to avoid that swinging pendulum. Like, once you get by it, it's going to activate, and you don't want the swinging pendulum to chop you up. So I'm going to save real quick. because I might screw up on this. I hope I won't, but I might. So before we go in there, we can try to get the shotgun shells. Alright, did that successfully. Ooh. So then jump up here. And I'm going to go ahead and save again. I know it seems like I'm saving quite often, but I'd rather not do the pendulum again. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and go this way. And we're going to notice there's a ledge here. I think that was a slight glitch. You want Laura to back up and then grab the ledge, shimmy to the right. You do not want to fall. I think that fall would be fatal. So, then you're going to go ahead and come up. And you might hear a door opening down below. Now, we pulled the switch. It doesn't show you what the switch did. But what it actually did is it filled this room up with water. So, we can come over here. This is where you can get air. And then there's another rat. And we've got access to this new pool. So swim around here, come up the steps. You're going to come out here for some air. Oh, and also take care of this lion. Okay, so there are spikes here. Make sure you're aware of that. Because, like, there is a hole, and you are going to be up there a little bit later, so you don't want to fall through that. So, there's two ways around there. Actually, I'll show you guys what's behind here, so you can go ahead and come back this way. You're going to see a switch. It's not a very visible switch, but what that does is it opens up a door that's up above that gives you access to some items. So, then what you're going to do is come up here. You can then see that there's this room. Now, we don't have the key that we need for this room yet. So, we're going to go ahead and go back out this way. Now, if you're standing here, I believe Laura can shoot the gorillas from here and they can't get to her. Come on. Help. Okay. So then we're going to jump and then grab the edge. And then shimmy to the right. You're going to want to come up into this little room. Get the large med pack, and then you're going to get this key. I think this is a gold key, yes. I mean, not that we really care what it's called, but, you know. Alright, so make sure you don't fall through this hole, because that's over the spikes that I showed you guys just a moment ago. So you can come, hang from the ledge, fall down. come over here, use your key. Okay, I have no idea why that chimed. I mean, that's probably a glitch. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Alright, so the key basically put these platforms in place, so go ahead and do running jumps across. Alright. And grab the small med pack. Alright, so then we're going to notice we're in a room with multiple keys and multiple doors. So, come in this room and you're going to notice multiple distinguished tiles. Those are pressure plates where you need to move this block, and each one is going to open something up. So, first we're going to move this block and we're going to move it onto this first tile. Now, the block actually is very helpful because when we move it onto the first tile, we're going to open up a door, but it spawns a gorilla. So, the gorilla's going to come in here, and you want to take care of it. So, then you're going to come through this door, which you just opened, and you're going to grab the shotgun shells and some magnum clips. After that, you're going to go back this way. And then we're going to move the block onto the next pressure plate. Alright, so then come up here. Make sure you avoid the clang clang door. So then you're going to grab the large med pack, and then this time you get one of the keys that we need. Alright, so now that we grab the key, come back this way. And then hang from the ledge and drop. So, there is a gorilla. Lucky for us, we've got a safety net. So then move this block a couple more spaces, and we're going to put it onto the next pressure plate. Alright. It is a little bit annoying that when you push it, you can only push it one space at a time in this game. But I guess they hadn't improved their gaming mechanics yet. That door seems to have let in some rats. And that is a lot of rats to fight at once. The rats don't do a whole lot of damage, but it is not fun to have to fight 4 or 5 rats at one time. So, get the small med pack and then come back through this way. And then we're going to move this block another 2 spaces. And what that is going to do is it's going to open up that door over there. So then we can come this way. And make sure you jump here fast because there's 2 boulders that trigger right away. So they come from both sides. This little crevice with the key is pretty much your only safe spot. Or you actually could very quickly backflip if you're in the right spot and then go back there. But most of the time what you want to do is go over there and grab the key super fast. Alright, so now I think we got what we need. Okay, we don't want to go that way, we want to go this other way. So here's where we use our keys, so... Oh, and we don't want to forget these shotgun shells. Now come over here, there's a rusty key that we need to use for this lock, so go ahead and use that key. After that, you can just do a side flip to the left and use your other key. That's going to open up the door. Okay, now you definitely want to save on this part. Definitely. Alright, so there's a secret over here. So don't go down the main slide. Go ahead and jump to the sides. You can try jumping back and forth between the sides, and you should eventually land on a tile that you need right here. So this is where you need in order to access your second secret. So over here you're going to see there's some breakable tiles. Even though we discovered the room, you don't get credit for the secret until you reach that crevice over there. And actually, once the tiles have broken, they're not going to respawn, so just do this carefully. Jump forward, jump left, jump forward, jump right, and jump forward, hit the wall. But I can't say I'm devastated about hitting the wall when I got this secret. So then you can go ahead and back up, fall, and go back out, and we can go the main way. I believe there's only 2 secrets in this level, so we're good. So then we're going to come into a big open pool of water. There is a croc in here, make sure you avoid it. Alright, so then come up here, there's going to be this open room. There's a switch that you need to get to that's across from here, so you can go down the slide and try to jump that. I personally think doing a running jump from here is a better idea. So land there, jump up, and pull the switch. That switch opens up a door that's under the water, and I'll show you where that is. I'm actually going to save. Alright, so now jump back in the water. And then swim this way. There's going to be like an opening to go down. Alright, so now we're going to go back through this one. Swim down this passage. Now swim up this way. Then we're going to notice this big open pool. And then this is where we open the door. So this is going to give us access to a new area. And we find a switch. And then that opens the door that we need in order to get our second piece of the Scion. But unfortunately, we're going to have to fight Pierre, and then there's going to be this, like, centaur creature, or whatever it is that you have to fight. So, go ahead and swim up. I'm going to save. Alright, so now I might recommend you go ahead and use a small med pack. When we come over here, this centaur is going to come to life. And basically this guy's able to, like, throw fireballs at you, or whatever those things are. If you just, like flip back and forth, you should avoid all of his attacks, and he'll die, he'll explode. Now, in this next room, you're going to encounter Pierre. And this is where we finally get to kill him off. No, it's not late for the price giving. No, Pierre. Yep, we killed him. And look what he gave us. He gives us a key, and I guess we got magnums, but we already had magnums, but let's see where we are on the loot. 322, oh. No, it looks... So actually, we got magnums in a secret back in, I believe it was the Colosseum level. But if you didn't get them from a secret, you'd get them from Pierre. Alright, so that key opens up this door, and this is where we grab the second piece of the Scion. So go ahead and come down through here.
Here lies Tihocan, one of the two just rulers of Atlantis, who even after the curse of the continent had tried to keep rule here in these barren other lands. He died without child, and his knowledge has no heritage. Look over us kindly, Tihocan.